Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday live here. I'm in Oregon, Portland, Oregon. My name is Piana, and today we're going to talk about the number one way to make more sales in 2023. But before we do, I just wanted to kind of review what kind of has happened with the internet, with the coaching industry in the last 2 years, okay? Since we all kind of had to hibernate in our homes, and you probably have noticed almost everyone is online today. Everyone. So, all those people that were holding out to the, didn't want to get online, they are now online. Okay. So there's a lot more competition. There's a lot more coaches in the industry, in your industry. They say that, it's $1 billion a day industry, the coaching industry, the educational industry. People, this is how everyone is getting their information, their education. Less and less are people going out into the community to find instructions and education and things like that. Everything is happening online. Okay. So that's one thing. Crowded. The other thing is that, our government has kind of pulled away that like Facebook can no longer track us on Facebook the way they used to put ads in front of us. Do you remember? So you might be noticing that the number of ads has decreased in your feed or on your Google, Gmail, or when you go online, you're seeing less and less ads. It's because they can no longer track you the way they did. Years ago, it was just like there were so many ads coming after you, right? But we know as coaches, and if you've been following me for a while, it's the repetition of the drip of the invitation to connect with someone, that it takes a while for someone to warm up with you to get to feel trust, that they trust you in order to buy from you. Okay. So, that's what the whole thing with ads, paid ads, they were able to drip on you until you were ready to buy. So that's no longer the case. So, we really have an advantage here if you've been following me, because we're in organic marketing, organic meaning not paid ads, where we actually create an environment for people to warm up to us so that they like us and trust us and get to know us. And then eventually, when they're ready to buy, they raise their hand and say, I want to work with you. Okay. So the number one way to more sales this year is going to be conversations with people. Now, I know it was a thing for 2 years that you could close people in the DMs. You didn't have to have a conversation with people. Those days are over. Okay. You need to have a conversation with people. Okay. You may have to have conversations with people. You start in the DMs and then move them over into a phone conversation. But today, people need to feel the connection with people. They need to feel connected. All right. And that only happens once you move over and start having private conversation with the people in the DMs, direct message or private message, whatever you want to call it, and then move them into a conversation either on Zoom or on the phone. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you get more conversations with people? Well, there's several ways that I teach in my programs and in my workshops. Is number one, you've got to ask questions so people start responding to your post or to your Facebook Lives or to your videos. Once they start asking questions below, it's almost an invitation to start having a conversation with people below in the comments and start asking questions like, was that helpful? Where are you at? What's your focus for 2023 in your specific area of industry? Okay. So, what bothers you the most? You want to kind of dig below the surface and get in there and start having a conversation that's worthwhile with people. What changes do you want to see in 2023 regarding XYZ, whatever industry you're in? Is it your health? But be more specific. Okay. Is it your weight loss? Is it the inflammation you're having in your knees? Is it the symptoms of menopause? And state what it is. The more specific you can be in your questions, the better it is, because the person's going to know that you know the problems that they're having, right? And so obviously you start with knowing all the issues and problems that your ideal client is having, but then just start a conversation. You want to what we call pre-qualify someone if it's even worth continuing on with the conversation. And you start that by having conversations in the DMs. Okay. Very easy. Some people respond, others will not. You could start the conversation in the comments below and then move it over to the DMs, once you see people are responding to you. Okay. It's the same with all conversations. It's a number game. So with every 10 outreaches you put out there, starting with a question, you might get one person that responds. If you put out to 20 people, you might still get one. We don't know what your percentage of connection is. It is a numbers game until people feel comfortable enough to reach out to you. Okay, but you got to go out there and pose the questions, start nudging, start asking. People are in your Facebook groups, on your personal page, because they want what you have to offer, or they're considering it. So start the conversation. Go beyond just letting them to read your post. Okay, so that's one way. Another way, which we do, is when people enter into our group here, Patricia Warren, my executive assistant, will go over in Messenger and say, we saw the answers to some of your questions when you entered the group. We have a training on that particular issue. Would that interest you? Okay, so I'm like customizing my, what I can give this person based on the issues or the problems or the struggles that they're identifying, and letting me know in my entry questions as they are coming into the group. This is key. This is key. People, again, some people will say yes, some people will be no. And a lot of times it's not no, I don't want it. You stay away, you're getting too close. It's really their notifications is so packed with notifications that they may miss our question. So we may go back in a couple of days and say, hey, I don't know if you saw it, but I wanted to know if you wanted a video, a training, content and information, a worksheet on XYZ. I saw that was one of your issues when you entered the group. Okay. Don't think they're not responding to you. Okay? Think about all the friends you've got and all the different notifications you get. Okay. And if you are not on top of it, all the time, you're going to miss something. Okay. So it's okay. People are going to miss stuff. So the number one key to more sales is having conversations with people. You can't just let your landing page sell people. You can't just let your upsell, to your lead magnet sell people. You can't just let email sell people. People are not doing it, but they're being bombarded with so much information coming out them. You've got to create a tighter connection with them, more of a personal connection with people, more empathy, more compassion towards them, and letting them know. And how you do that is single people out and start conversations with them. Okay. Again, know the journey of the buyer could be from a couple of weeks to months to years before they buy from you, or never. You may not be the right connection for people. Okay. It's not the right vibe. They'll test you out for a while and then they could jump to another person. That's why you want to, as soon as they come into your space, you want to start warming people up to you, start moving them as quickly as possible into Facebook Messenger, start having conversations with people, finding out more about them and where they're struggling, where they're challenging, and see if they're ready, right? Are they ready for a fix? Are they ready for the solution? Or do they want to tiptoe around it for a couple of more months? Okay. You need to find these things out. You need to find these things out. And the only way you're going to do that is through private messages with people in the DMs and then getting on the phone with people. Your content, your post and your lives are really positioning you to have the conversation with people. Okay. First, people, just remember, people want to kind of sit back and watch you for a while, lurk, see who you are. Do we connect? Do I like your vibe? Do I like your information? Are you credible? They're judging you. Are you credible? Do you have the solution to my problem before they're even consider going over in the DMs and then hopping on the phone with you? Okay. But more and more, for you to stand out in 2023, you have to put this strategy in place. It's a must. So there's a few of you on here. Say hi. We're in this, this kind of down period, right, between the Christmas and New Year's before everything kind of takes off the first of the year. If you're just hopping on, say hi. I'd love to see who's on here live. And, do you agree with me? Do you agree it's really about the one-on-one conversations with people to increase the sales? Okay. Now, also know those conversations, you need to have a ton of private conversations with people before you close a sale. So how many conversations do you need to have before you close a sale? Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 50? Is it 100? Okay. But what's so great about the internet and Facebook, there's so many people that are our ideal clients right in front of us, okay, that we have attracted towards us. Your job is just to start having conversations to see where they are in their journey, okay? Are they ready? And when people are ready is when they're sick and tired of where they are at. That's the only reason why they jump. They want help. They are humble enough to start asking for help. They see that all the freebies and the free stuff and the free workshop are not getting them anywhere, and that they now need a coach to guide them through the transformation to get to where they want to be. Okay. So I just lost my Facebook group. Let me see if I can pull it up again. Here we go. Here we go. So many changes on Facebook, right? Hey, Dawn, how are you? Let's see. I saw somebody else here. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. Oh, Helen is here too. Great, great, good. So, you want to put a strategy in place. Like I said, you want to welcome people privately when they come into your space, even your personal page, as you attract people, personal page or in your group. Have a welcome message that goes out, generic one that hits the timeline, a private one when they that you can connect with them privately, offer something free training that you have, or create a free training. It's very easy. Let's say someone has struggled with, sugar cravings or something like that. If you're in health and wellness and perhaps in weight loss or decrease inflammation, and you have a worksheet that you can provide to them, that's not your lead magnet, that would help them, start thinking about how to cut back on certain things to decrease the inflammation. So offer that to them. Okay. Get it set up so that you capture their email if you haven't already done that. If you already have captured their email, you can just send them the link to the worksheet. So you want to start building up like a library of things that you want to hand out to people as they need them. Okay. So what we do, because I go live every week with information and education, is we keep a library of every single Facebook Live that I do. That's one way. I also keep a library of all my content, all my posts, all my emails, everything. So I can tap into, so I don't have to create it on the spot. I can go back into my library of resources and say, ooh, will help this person. I grab it and I give it out, a resource. And then I follow up and I'll say, I'm going to follow up. Listen, look this over. I'll connect back with you in 2 days. See if it helped. See if there's anything else I can help with you. Those are ways to get in a conversation with people, find out where they're at. And that's what you want to do. Okay. All right. I hope this is, hi, Helene. I hope this is helpful for you. I know, Dawn, you're just getting started, so you don't have your library already. Helene, are you starting to create a library of content that you're putting out there that you can share with others? Let me know below. Hi, Christina. What are you doing as far as creating a way to save your content that you're putting out there so you could repurpose it by sharing it with people as they need it? Okay. For instance, today, there are a few of you on here. A few more will see this. Maybe 20, maybe 30 people will see this. But I will save this video. So in the future, when somebody joins the group and says, I'm having a problem with sales, I'll say, I have a great video on it. I have a great way to show you how to start having sales conversations, because you just don't go into a sales conversation. You've got to find out pre-qualified people. You got to find out where they're at, right? And the way you do that is by asking questions, going deeper. Just think about when you go to a doctor's office with a pain, what does the doctor or the nurse do? They sit there and they ask you 1,000 questions to zero in on the problem. And to find, obviously, you're showing up because you want a solution, but you want to ask, do you want the solution that I have? Do you want to hear about the solution that I have to the problem that you're having? I think I have the solution for you. Do you want to hear about it? Okay, but you got to ask a ton of questions before you even get to the solution, sharing your solution. Okay, that's what I have for you today, you guys. I have a program coming up in January, and it's going to be about setting up a lead magnet, okay, which is the free resource so that you can build your audience, attract an abundance of ideal clients to you, build your email list, start nurturing people, and I'll even show you how to create an upsell so you can start making money from a low ticket offer. So if you're interested in being part of that list, I'm only going to do it with 5 or 10 people this one time around. If you're interested in learning more about that, let me know below or in the DMs, and I will reach out to you so that you're one of the first people that knows about this program going forward. So the way I'm looking at setting it up is that we'll do like an intensive for 5 days, like a workshop over 5 days, and then we'll meet weekly moving forward for probably 3 or 4 weeks, because that's where you need more time to create things. As I teach it to you, you're going to need more time to create what I'm telling you. So we'll be creating the lead magnet, the landing page, your autoresponder, your first email that goes out to deliver the products. So if you're interested in that, just say interested below or lead magnet below, and I'll put you on the list. Okay. It is going to be a paid program, but very inexpensive, or, not so costly, because it's the first time I'm offering it. Then after this round, the price will go up. All right. I will see you guys next week. Happy New Year. So grateful for all of you that are watching either live or on the replay, and wishing you a bountiful, full abundance, full of joy and growth in 2023. Bye.